Hello, dear students. Once again, I feel privileged to meet you through this session. So, in the past sessions, we were discussing about the Unit 1 philosophy and education, and we, Alhamdulillah, have got some idea what is philosophy and what is education. And in philosophy, there are four main branches, and they are metaphysics, epistemology, axiology, and logic. So, metaphysics, we already discussed what it is. I think you remember what the metaphysics is, or else let me recall it for you guys, that it is the study of existence and reality. Then epistemology, it is the study of the theory of knowledge. Okay, and now the third branch is axiology in philosophy. Gentlemen, if you have keenly listened, inshallah you will understand, or else you will get a little bit of confusion. You will feel somewhat uncomfortable with this philosophy. Okay, because the reason is this metaphysics, epistemology, axiology, and logic, this all, it will be dealing with philosophy, that is the knowledge. Okay, a little bit difference. Okay, which you will feel like these branches are overlapping. Exactly, this overlaps, yes, but it differs in a very simple ordinary way. Okay, so metaphysics, it is understanding about existence and reality. Epistemology, it is the study of knowledge, study of knowledge, that sorry theory of knowledge. Epistemology is theory of knowledge, and this axiology, if you see, means it is the study of principles. Okay, the ideas of wisdom, knowledge. Okay, the study of values, ethics. Okay, and if you see, means in your book axiology, which you can see on the screen now. Okay, axiology is the branch of philosophy that considers the study of principles and values. Okay, epistemology, theory of wisdom, knowledge. Okay, metaphysics, it is the study of existence and reality. Gentlemen, for this existence and reality, I think that I gave the example of the movie The Matrix, which was released in the year 1999. So what is existence and what is reality, to differentiate this. Okay, then for the theory of knowledge or wisdom, I think that is epistemology. For that I gave the example of happy. So what is the theory of happy? Okay, I think you know what does mean by theory itself is. Okay, the definition of theory. Okay, so here axiology, it is the study of principles and values. Whether you got my point? Hope inshallah you might have understood, or else please raise the questions. Inshallah I will let you know in detail. Okay, so the axiology is the branch of philosophy that considers the study of principles and values. Okay, now this one, it is very much about values, the principles, the study of principles, on what these values are based on what you say it is good or it is bad. For that we have got a case study also, inshallah we will see. Okay, these values are divided into two main kinds. One is ethics and another one is aesthetic. Okay, so how in metaphysics we saw ontology? Yeah, can you remember that? Yes? Or yeah. In metaphysics, there is one more branch. Okay, it is something like what is that? A root, we can say. Philosophy is the trunk, tree. Okay, and these things, that is metaphysics, ontology, epistemology. Okay, then this axiology, values, ethics, aesthetics, this then in future class inshallah we will see about logic. Okay, these things are considered as the roots of philosophy, okay, on which the tree philosophy is standing. Okay, I think you can better understand if I say the example of what is it, root diagram. Okay, one, inshallah if it is possible I will let you know in the future. Okay, how we will represent that one. Okay, so root diagram, probably you will understand that like a tree there will be a word, and beneath that there will be sub branches. Okay, in simple. Okay, let me come to this slide here. On the screen you can see axiology. It is a study of value, the investigation of its nature. Okay, so value, here gentlemen, the value, it doesn't mean the economic value. Okay, here it means the human value. Okay, the human value, that is what good, what is bad. Okay, examples could be given for this one. If for example I am going to a shop by walk, on my way I stepped down on a stone, so I threw that stone away from the path. Okay, so what is this? Probably this is hadith gentlemen, you may recognize this. I am giving that example. Okay, so the thing that I take that stone and throw it away from the path, that is the value. Okay, so alhamdulillah, according to Islam, if anything comes on your way which hurts you or which brings pain to you, means if you just take away or throw away from the path, and you make sure, you ensure that the person who comes behind you on the path or who crosses the path don't gets hurt, means that too is considered to be as a good act, a good value. Okay, so this is what is gentlemen according to Islam. Okay, if I am some way, if I have quoted it wrongly, means please excuse me. Okay, let me come to the point. So it investigates on its nature. Okay, then criteria and metaphysical status. This criteria, metaphysical status, everything is there. Inshallah we will see in the question form, which I think it will be very helpful for you to understand in a very good way, in a depth. Okay, the term value theory, more often than not the term value theory is used instead of axiology. Okay, in contemporary, so instead of axiology we use the term value theory. Okay, we say values, human values. So, human values. And we call axiology or the study of human values. Okay. So, like how metaphysics has got the branch of ontology, this, yeah, in epistemology also we have got four main branches like intuitive epistemology, etc., etc. Four we saw. And this axiology, that is the study of human values, here we have got two, yeah, there are two branches in axiology. Okay. So probably the word axiology we don't use. Okay. For the reason of using the word value. Okay, human values or study of values. Okay. Just simple we say as values. So don't get confused here. Axiology is equal to the synonym of values. Okay. Then these values, it can be divided into two things as ethics and aesthetic. Okay. In that one, the first one, ethics, is what we are going to see. So this ethics, probably you might have heard this word ethics. I would like to recall one of the movie in which the politician, he will say professional ethics. Okay, I don't want to go into deep about this thing. Okay, so you might have heard about that. Okay, professional ethics, business ethics, all the types of ethics. Okay, so ethics, it is the branch of value. Okay. Okay, what is ethics? Ethics, it is the study of values in human behavior or the study of moral problems. It is the study of human behavior, how the humans we behave, and what or the study of moral problems. Okay. You can say the difference between moral and ethics as your assessment or as your test. So please, in your comment box, just record what is the difference between moral and ethics. Okay. Okay, now let me come to the point. Behavior or the study of moral problems. So what are the moral problems? If you have listened it from initial video, means probably you will recall the example of assault Sethu character. Okay, I'm not taking any one side. Okay, I'm not saying this is good or that is bad. I'm just giving the example of the character. Actually, he has got the moral which is bad. Actually, this point also I have mentioned it in the previous session videos. You can just cross check it. Okay, now come to the lesson. The right example, the rightness and wrongness of actions. So how you say this action is right or that action is right, that one is wrong. Okay. Second, the kinds of things which are good or desirable. Okay, for this also I can give you the example from the movie Nayagan, where he says, okay, if something is done for the good, if one thing is done and a lot of people they get benefited, means even though if it is wrong, it will be considered as a good. That one is the example of utilitarianism. Yeah, you can cross check in Google what is this utilitarianism means. Okay, then whether the actions are blameworthy or praiseworthy. So on the basis of these three, the ethics are. Okay, it is how it defines the study of human behaviors or actions of good or bad. Okay, gentlemen, here actually it is for ethics, it is given a case study. Okay, so what is the case study? So probably we know that soldiers, okay, they exercise a lot. exercise means not the physical exercise. Actually, they do the actions of the perform or actually enact. They enact the war scenes or whatever the consequences scenes, so that they can find themselves very comfortable. They can do their work, that their job in a superficial way. Okay, so here why I'm telling this thing is that the case study that what we have got, okay, on the screen, if you see, means it is given that the soldier who threw himself on the grenade. Actually, point 2 you can see, point 1 is there. In that point 1, what happens, that I will describe it to you. In that point 1, what happens, actually a soldier, okay, unfortunately he throws a real grenade, okay, in the exercise, okay, and it goes and falls down near some other fellow mates. And what happens means, actually, yeah, another soldier, okay, X throws the X throws the grenade, okay, as the part of exercise, okay, but it happens to be a real one, and it lands near the group of soldiers who are unaware, okay, of this live bomb, okay, activate bomb. And what happens means, among them one soldier, he notices that, and he falls on the live bomb, okay. And what happens, the grenade, because of falling upon that grenade, this man actually, that is the Y soldier, actually saves the lives of many soldiers, okay. That is what is the case study here is given, okay. And the question is that whether the act of the soldier who gave his life to save his other fellow mates, okay, whether it's right or wrong. And if so, right or wrong, whatever it is, okay, whether he alone is responsible to saving the others. What about the other soldiers who are also present there, whether they don't have got the value, okay. This is what is the case study here, it is being asked to you, okay. So the second point I will read out to you guys. Did the soldier who threw himself on the grenade do the right thing, that is to save the other people, that he himself goes and covers the grenade, so that no harm comes to his other fellow mates? If he did not cover the grenade, several soldiers might be injured or be killed, okay. His action probably saved lives. Certainly an action which saves lives is a morally correct action. This is what for utilitarianism I gave you the example, okay. Correct one, correct action. One might even be inclined to conclude that saving lives is a duty. But if this were so, wouldn't each of the soldiers have the moral obligation or duty to save his comrades? Whether you get my point, gentlemen? Alhamdulillah. Or would we there be expect each of the soldiers to be for the opportunity to cover the grenade? Okay. So whether other soldiers there expect each of the soldiers to cover that grenade? Yeah, they will be expected, they also is expected, okay. Now come to this aesthetics. It is the study of value in the arts, or the inquiry into feelings, judgments, or standards of beauty and related concepts, okay. I think I am confusing you a little bit. For example, Mona Lisa picture is there. We know that if a person is in a happy mood, and if he has a look at that picture, means he will feel that the lady, she will be in a smile. The judgments are standards of beauty and related concepts. So it is purely with the person who has the value of the beauty. So one more thing on my behalf, I like to say here that it just strike in my mind that say that people they say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, on the eyes of the person who is seeing. Okay, because beauty differs from person to person. Okay, let me come to the point. Then philosophy of art is concerned with judgments of sense, taste and emotion. Okay, so philosophy of art, that is aesthetic, is concerned with the judgment of sense. Okay, so what it is, according to our sense. Okay, then taste, it doesn't mean the literal taste, it means our choice. Okay, what is the thing that we expect, whether it is to our satisfaction. Then it comes to emotion. Okay, these things are the things which are concerned with the aesthetics. Okay, aesthetics means it is the study of the arts or the inquiry into feelings, judgments and standards of beauty. As the word beauty came, I thought of giving the example of Mona Lisa. Okay, example, is art an intellectual or representational activity? What would the realistic representation in pop art represent? Does art represent sensible objects or ideal objects? Okay, can you get this one? Yeah, this one is the example of a sense. So on what are the basis this sense can be included? They are giving the parameter, the measurements, how this sense can be taken into account. Okay, the very well, the example of second point, is artistic value objective? Question mark. Is it merely coincidental that many forms in architecture and painting seems to be illustrate mathematical principles? Yeah, or their standards of taste? This comes for taste for the example. And now gentlemen, for emotion, is there a clear distinction between art and reality? Okay, something it will be there, okay, with which we will be emotionally connected. Okay, for example, you can see one will be bonded with something, articles, things, okay, emotionally. Okay gentlemen, now it is the conclusion. So on the screen, if you see, means axiology is there. Okay, this is what that in the beginning I told that questions are there which will be helpful for you people to understand, to comprehend what the axiology by questioning. Okay, by questioning method you will understand like that I thought. And for that purpose, as a summary, as a conclusion, that the available one I have selected this to discuss with you, so that you can have a great understanding about axiology. Okay, till now we are speaking about okay, axiology. What values should one live by? Already I told you, let me recall it once again. Axiology, or we call it as values, okay, or human values. That values have got two, ethics and aesthetics. Okay, let me not confuse you more. What values should one live by? Okay, is morality defined by our actions or by what is in our hearts? So morals, so these morals, whether it is defined by our actions or what is in our hearts. Can you get my point, gentlemen? Okay, the act of what is it, sacrificing, the his life by the soldier in the case study what we saw, his act, okay, is what it is, okay, morally it is right, okay. How it is judged, by action or by what is in his heart? We judge it by his action, that he falls on that, he covers the live bomb, the grenade, okay. So by action or by what is in our hearts, this thing also by what is in our hearts, that too it matters. Then comes what values should be taught in character education, okay. So how a student or how a son or daughter, okay, what values that should be taught to them as parents, as teachers, okay. Then ethics, what is good and evil, right and wrong, is it ever right to take something that does not belong to you? Then aesthetic, what is beautiful? If any doubt, please raise your questions in the comment box. Thank you.